Okay guys, so now we are hit with a new problem called merge to sorted linked list, and as from the name of the problem, it sounds like you have to merge two sorted linked lists. We are just using the Leetcode's example. What I will do is I will just add, Leetcode always gives you the simplest shit ever. Like, they don't even give you a little bit of complex test case that you can test it. So we're gonna add, like, let's say 9, okay, and this is gonna be a nil, and this is gonna be nil. So what we are trying to do is we have to merge these two linked lists. I tried doing it, I was almost right, but the way our sensei Leetcode did that is that you have this two head nodes, so let's call it L2, L1. And what I was doing is over here I just was trying to make a whole new linked list by just using the two given nodes. Like, so this is L1 and L2, right? L1, L2. I was just trying to, like, oh, let me link this one, then I will link this one over here, this one over here, and then this one will come over here. But the way that I figured where I was wrong to do is always create a dummy node, so that, and then append your list to this dummy node. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is create a dummy node. So let's say list node dummy is equal to new list node, right? And now what you're gonna do is I'm gonna draw my dummy node right here, dummy, and then you're gonna say, like, let's say a current, so a current which points to dummy. Okay, so that much makes sense for us for now. Okay, now you might ask, why do I need this current? Because I have to, dummy is gonna stay here, dummy is gonna be my head, like I'm going to return dummy, right? That's what I have to return. So the current is going to jump for us, and it's going to link in our while loop. You will see what I mean by that. So what I'm going to do is, while I have to loop through all of the lists, so while L1 is not nil and L2 is not nil. So I tried doing OR here, but then it turns out that if one of them is true, the condition is going to be true, and if we have, let's say, more elements in one of the lists, then this won't loop all the way and it will not scan L2 because L1 will be null earlier, right? So as long as we need absolute condition, neither of the lists have to be empty. Sorry. So now, while L1 is not nil, L2 is not nil, we are going to check if our L1 data is less than equal to L2 data, right? Oh yeah, I forgot the link in the linked list. What dumbass. Okay, so I know that L1d is less than L2d. Makes sense? Yeah, because 1 is less than or equal to 1. What we are going to do is, if I remember correctly, I have to append 1, because it doesn't matter. I can take list 1 and my current next, so current points to dummy, so there is a current next here, right? So my L1 will point to here. So now we will have something like this: current next is equal to L1. So it's gonna be like this: current next is equal to L1. Okay, so now you can see you have a dummy head and then you have L1 right here. And now what you're gonna do is, I know one thing for sure, that I need to update this list to here, so we don't need this link no more, and my L1 is going to be here and my L2 is here. Now I'm checking if L1 is less than or equal to L2. It is not, right? L1 is 2, L2 is 1, so you do else. You are gonna do L. Now you need to do is oh wait, I forgot something here. So what I do is I have to just write down that L1 is equal to L1 next. Sorry, I explained it, but I forgot to write it. So in the else part, let's use the same color. Else part, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna compare L1 and L2. I know that L2 is smaller one, so I need to append L2 to my current. So I can say current will be next is going to be L2. But now you notice this, that current it's still here. So if I append L2, it's gonna be here, right? But I don't want that, because then it's gonna be a graph. I mean, yeah, something like that. So what I will do is, let me explain this. Let me update L2. L2 is equal to L2 next. And what I'm gonna do is, after, because this only executes one at a time, right? Only one, either if or else. After, let's say I have done this part, I'm going to say current is equal to current next. So now my current is gonna be here, and you can append when I execute this condition. I'm saying current next is equal to L2. So this guy is gonna go here, L2. Okay, L2. And then same way, you're gonna, now L2 is here, L1 is here. You know which one is smaller? L1 is smaller. So L1 next is going, current next is going to be, current will be updated here, right here, L1. And then it's gonna same thing. So this is gonna be our 2. Then this L1 will be here, and L2 is here. You know that L1 and L2 is smaller. So your current, just assume that current is always tagging along. Now you're looking at L2 will update right here. They are the same, doesn't matter, less than equal. I'm gonna say L1, and and then your L1 is null, right? Now my L1 is null, L2 is right here. So what will happen is this will break, right? But now you're like, Dave, I have 4 and 9. I only uploaded L1 here, right? What's gonna happen to this? So what's gonna happen is, I'm gonna write here, if let's say my L1 is equal to null, then I'm gonna say my current next, because my current at the end was right here, right? Assume that current is always updating because of this line right here. So my current next is going to point on, so my L1 is null, next cannot point to null, you get a null pointer exception. So you're gonna point to L2. So now if you point to L2, you are gonna have this pim. Sorry, this is messy, but that's how it's gonna do. Now think about this. If I return dummy is just a new list node. My actual pointer, the head, is stored inside the next of dummy, right? So what you do is return dummy next. Now I believe if I really want to practice it, I'm gonna go now and code it by myself as I explained it, and without looking at the solution. So I think I understand this very well. And thank you for listening. If you like the video, like and subscribe if you don't want to.